story about serial kill about people being set up on dating apps and getting murdered. I'm gonna tell you this right now. I don't believe in like dating apps at all because, for one, they're a scam. Okay, you're not gonna find a meaningful relationship on a dating app. But again, you're not really gonna find it on the internet in general. The way the internet is, most of the internet social. I say this, and yet I got somebody helping me look for housing that I met through comments on my YouTube. But again, that was something that happened kind of like naturally. It's not like a, how do I explain it? This like the kind of social media that's supposed to match you up with people, like dating apps, roommate sites, or roommate apps. Those that are clearly designed for like that, they're all scams. Okay, they're all scams. Everybody on them makes up crap. Um, whether the crap is like, oh, I'm single, but I'm not really completely divorced yet, even though we're just separated. Like I think I've heard you guys. I think I've mentioned Scott a few times. He kept dating woman after woman after woman that was not really divorced, but they were separated and they were back with their parents' house. And every time the girl, the woman, the lady, her relationship with him didn't last. She always went back to the guy, whether the guy was a substance abuser or he abused her. But she always went back to the guy she was with in the first place. And he used Plenty of Fish. He used Craigslist dating, which I know, and I think he used OkCupid, but he had the same results every time. As he kept going for these women were in these bad marriages and on the rebound, and he never ended up finding anybody. Anyway, he came close one time, but then like he had like a PTSD relapse or something, and she dumped him over it, or something. I think it was like something. He had some kind of health problem, and she dumped him because of it. I do remember that. I think it was related to something because he had to go to the hospital for it, and that's when, and he had proposed to this woman, and like after that health episode he had, she dumped him. I don't remember the exact thing. I know he had to go to the hospital for it because he told me she was the one that had to take him because his episode was so bad. I can't remember if it was related to his PTSD or related to something else, but he had some kind of health problem and had to go to the hospital for it. Some kind of like something to do with like migraines or something, and they had to go in and do surgery, whatever it was. And he had brain surgeries before, but like it was something to do with the brain surgeries and the health problems. And she didn't want him anymore after he started having health problems. Like, I mean, like I said, the condition he had already existed, but like he was like having relapses. And then she dropped him because I think that was just something she didn't want to deal with. Deal with somebody that was as sick as he is or has as many health problems. Like, look at all my health problems. I can't get a date, and I have. It's weird. It's weird. Women, I just don't understand this about female biology or female preferences. You'll go date a guy that you meet like online who is morbidly obese, who can't walk at all, who can't do anything. You have to bring everything to them. I understand it. Why do you want that guy? Like I said, I'm in a lot of pain, but my legs work. They work. I can stand. I can do what I have to do, even though I'm miserable. I have to use a cane, but I can even do without the cane. Like, I don't know. It just depends on how bad my team preference is. But, I wear glasses. I can't drive. I'm disabled. But women don't want me, I guess, or at least I can't find it want me yet. But like I said, that's what he kept going for. And those were all like, I know they were all like cheap, basic dating apps or something or whatever. But then, like I said, I think he kept picking the same kind of woman. And these women also, that he was meeting, also were on the rebound. They also had like drug issues. Like I think like one was an alcoholic. and two others were like some kind of pillheads or something. Like they all had drug problems too. I'm just saying, whether you're gay, whether you're straight, whether you're whatever your romance preference is, you're not going to find it on those apps. Those apps exist one thing, to make a profit. And if you find what you're looking for on there, well, then they lose a customer. That's all I have to say about dating apps. I've never really messed with them myself, but like I said, I got one friend online, in YouTube comments, helped me try to do housing research. Hats off for that. But it was the same thing when I met the few friends I had on Xbox Live. I just met them organically. I didn't use a piece of software that's main function was to connect with other people. I used stuff that had that functionality, like YouTube, Facebook, Xbox Live, and I would connect with people naturally through using those services. But like sites, their exact purpose is to make connection. They're scams. Don't do them. Because I'm a firm believer that if a connection needs to happen in your life, that it'll happen naturally. Like it'll happen, like it'll just appear in your life, like it'll just happen. That's all I have to say about that. I'm rambling, but like, I don't know, just apps that their whole purpose of hooking people up or connecting with people, like that's the reason they're charging you. I just feel like it's a scam. I wouldn't waste the money on it. Not if they're seeing what other people go through with that crap. And now we got serial killers using this crap. Like, that's not the first time this has happened with like dating apps or social platform apps. Is serial killers using them to get victims or to lure in victims. So like, just don't use that garbage, all right? If you're meant to have a friendship, a relationship, if you're meant to connect with another person, it'll happen naturally. You don't need to use some scummy $10 a download service to meet some weirdo serial killer. I can't believe that's actually happening again. This isn't the first time this has happened with chat rooms. Is the serial killers have used them to find victims. I mean, like there's not a serial killer. That's wrong. These are, maybe they're not serial. But like I said, that's how these people are meeting each other. They're meeting each other, and then it's a setup to rob and kill the person they're meeting. Like the whole thing about the guy that met the guy like on some kind of gaming thing or something back in the day. And I invited the guy to his house just to murder him because he was gay. Like that was something that happened in my local area. I forget the whole deal, but I remember the results. Was that this guy who was gay was in some kind of gaming chat or something to do with gaming at the time. And this guy invited him over to his house. And the guy invited him to his house was just inviting the gay guy over to kill him. That's why I say you can't trust dating apps. People lie about crap over there all the time. I just believe relationships happen naturally if they're meant to happen. I'm just rambling about it because it's like I said, it's bringing up those thoughts of every time Scott tried that and it got nowhere. And the one girl that got serious when he started having more complicated health problems, she walked out the door. And he's now, if he's even a free man, he's living in some crappy travel trailer in North Carolina somewhere after his mother's death. And he can't even go to the grocery store for himself. Like me, I can't go to the grocery store because my legs are hurting and my asthma's bothering me. But like I can go on Amazon and have it delivered. He can't even take his payment information and put it on like a site like that and do that for himself. I can, I like, he's not even able to be over his money. His family has to be over it. So, like me, I'm spending my money, and no one can tell me what I can and can't do with it, even though I prioritize, rent, groceries, all that. And it's just like I said, don't use those sites. Like, don't use them. If you're meant to have a proper connection with a person, like I never thought YouTube I'd find somebody so friendly like Jeb. So, Jeb, if you see this, you're a great help. The only thing is, like I said, that place you gave me, I called them. They don't have washer and dryer, and it's the same thing though. Just only 2 bedrooms are opening there too. But I appreciate your help. You're at least helping me. Thank you. I say I didn't go on some special app to meet you. I just met you organically through the internet. I just believe the best relationships are the ones that happen organically, not the ones you pay to have. I mean, technically, you're paying for the internet. You're paying for Xbox Live. I mean, how to explain it? I just don't think the sites that is their purpose to lock you in with somebody, I think those are a scam. Because I've never heard anybody have any positive experiences when that's what the site exists to do. Like, there's other people too, like the one guy who met a woman on Christian Mingles and she was still married, and he left her at the restaurant because he thought that was a setup for him to be harmed. He felt like he was in danger, and this was on Christian Mingle. Like I said, those data sites, especially the ones like, hey, meet this person from a foreign country and bring them. No, never do those. Never do those. Because the minute you get that piece of Euro trash in the country and they get their U.S. citizen through marriage, they're going to vanish on you. They're going to, they're going to get what they want, and then they're going to disappear into the country as a U.S. citizen. Don't ever do that. That is the biggest scam ever. Don't do that. Don't bring the Euro trash into the country through a marriage license. Just please do not do that. Because that's all that is a scam. It's a scam for Euro trash to get green citizenship. Do not do that. That hot blonde European or Vietnamese or whatever, don't do it. Don't do it. Look, I'm not saying if you're interested in dating somebody from another country, but don't do it through those services. Don't. Like, I met a guy who was older than me who had met a Vietnamese woman through her sister. Now the man had to go to like a place to have his toenails clipped, and the woman that worked there, she was Vietnamese, and her sister was in town visiting, and he introduced her to his sister, and they headed off. But like I said, he met her through a mutual acquaintance, and last time I rode the Medicaid van with him, he was telling me how they got married and they were happy. But again, that was it happened, but see, it happened organically for him. He met, it was like the whole friend of a friend thing. And that worked out for him. I mean, me, I'm not very good with other cultures. But I'd say this because, I don't do good with accents. I'm terrible with them. Like, if you have an accent, if it's a really thick accent, I can't understand what you're saying. I know, it's weird. It's weird. I can watch Star Trek and all the culture in that, but as far as real human variant culture, like Asian or European or whatever, I'm like, I can't relate. I'm stupid. I'm a redneck. But yeah, just don't do those sites that charge you money. If you were meant to have something, it will happen organically. Okay? It will happen organically. Not through some paid for scam service that's going to get you some Euro trash that wants U.S. citizenship, or some serial killer looking for a target. Just don't do the dating apps. Waste of money, waste of time, and it could waste your life. Don't do it.